world? Boyfriend back with another booty bonanza. And let me just start by saying, WTF YouTube, what's up with getting rid of the annotations? How am I supposed to let you guys know where I am in my Super Nintendo and Nintendo Power collection, huh? Unless I put this into some editing program and take more time and not just throw it from my phone to YouTube. You're making me do more work, YouTube. What's up with that? Well, we'll see if I do more work when I get to those things in the pickup video today, and you'll see whether or not I wanted to. But first, let's start with Game Boy Advance. Now, these were actually supposed to be in the last pickup video, but I totally forgot about them, so they're in this pickup video now. I've had them for a long time, played them both. They go hand in hand. They are the Crash Bandicoot games for the Game Boy Advance. So Crash's Huge Adventure and Crash Bandicoot Entranced. Is that it? Yeah. So anyway, both these games are amazing. I am astounded at how well they are able to translate the Crash Bandicoot gameplay onto these Game Boy Advance cartridges. Both games are fantastic. I highly recommend them. If you like Crash Bandicoot, you'll love these games. All right, 6 more Game Boy Advance games? Not really. You guys know I'm into the Game Boy Advance videos, right? They're so bizarre and such a weird oddity. Well, I did some research and it turns out there's 35 of these mothers out there. I only have 1 so far. But now I have 6 more. And I have watched a couple of them actually. And I will show you them when I get to them. Okay, so first let's do this one. Disney Channel Collection, Volume 1. I don't know if this has another volume. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I actually got Nicktoons Collection, Volume 1 and 2. So that was pretty cool. And then these are awesome. And these were the ones I was watching. These Pokemon ones. So I got that one, and that one. And these just kind of have random Pokemon episodes on there. The video quality is absolutely terrible in these things, but it's pretty fun to pop them into your Game Boy Advance and watch an episode of Pokemon. Now, one thing I did find out, they don't work on the Game Boy Advance player. What's up with that? Probably because they probably did that on purpose so that the resolution, because it's so terrible, would look even worse on a big TV. But I wonder if you got one of those like third-party games that you could like play a Game Boy Advance game on the Super Nintendo. Oh, there's a thing out there. I wonder if you could play that and then watch it on your TV. There's got to be a way to make it work. But anyway, I think these things are absolutely fantastic. Plus, I think I got them for like 50 cents a piece. Like, you can't go wrong there. You can't go wrong. So I got them all, and I'm hoping to get 28 more, right? Is that the correct math? Yeah, because there's 35, and I have 7, so 28 plus 7 is 35! Okay, let's move on to Xbox. I got a couple Xbox games. I never get Xbox games, and I got these for all of nothing. So that's why I got Xbox games. A couple good ones, I think. This one I've actually played back in the day, Fusion Frenzy. You guys know about this game? This is awesome. It's like Mario Party, but obviously without the Nintendo IP, and you just do like the mini game stuff. But I remember it's really fun. Like this game on the cover, I want to say it's called Sumo or something. I think there's a few games that actually use these little rolly balls, but really fun. And if you happen to bust out the Xbox and have 4 friends over, or 3 I suppose, you get some good 4-player action going. So that's a fun little game. And then the other one I picked up was Midway Arcade Treasures. Now, these are always fun. Compilations, especially of old arcade games, is great. And this has, let's see, Spy Hunter, Defender, Defender 2, Gauntlet, Joust, Paperboy, Rampage, Smash TV, Robotron 2084, that's a good one. Root Beer Tapper, that's fun. Tubin, yeah, just a lot of fun games. So, and like I said, I don't pay anything for this, so it's a nice little addition to the Xbox collection. Now, I got some more handheld or portable games. And the reason I say portable is because some of you may know, some of you may not, I am now the host of Cartridge Club Portable. Cartridge Club Portable. What is Cartridge Club Portable, you ask? Why? I'm glad you asked, because it is a book club for video games. If you're familiar with the Cartridge Club, what they do is they play a video game every month, and then at the end of the month, they release a podcast where they talk about the game they played. That's why it's like a book club. Well, I'm doing that exact same thing, but with portable games. So we're talking Game Boy, Nintendo DS, 3DS, PSP, Vita, Game Gear, whatever, you name it. If it's portable, we can play it and talk about it. And the first game that we're playing, I'm totally sidetracking into a random plug. First game we're playing for the month of June is Donkey Kong for the original Game Boy. Now this is the inaugural game that we'll be talking about. And the reason I say this is because I'm going to be showing you some handheld games I picked up. Will some of them be played for Cartridge Club Portable? Probably. Will some of them not be played, but you might think they'd be played? Probably as well. Some games we haven't even decided yet, but yeah, so let's just get into it, huh? Let's start with PSP. Now, these are a couple games one was recommended, one I've been wanting to get, and the first one that was recommended was Patapon. You guys played this? I guess it's kind of a rhythm game for the PSP, but people speak pretty highly of it, so I don't know. We'll find out. Gotta bust out the PSP. I haven't played a PSP game in a while, so I'm actually kind of excited to get to that. Second one I got was Capcom's Classic Collection Remixed. Now, I actually meant to get Reloaded, I think is the other one, because it had Gunsmoke on it for the NES. I wanted to play Gunsmoke. That's why I wanted to get it. But I got this one by accident. I will get both, I guess, eventually. But this is another compilation, much like that Midway Arcade Treasures, and there's a lot of good stuff on here. I mean, this has Final Fight, Bionic Commando, 1941, Strider, Street Fighter, the original Street Fighter, that's great, Forgotten Worlds, Legendary Wings, good stuff, great stuff. And the PSP, I mean, on the go, a compilation like this, that's what the PSP is good for. They got a lot of good compilations out there. So I'm excited to play a bunch of games on the Capcom's Classics collection. Now, the next two games are for the Nintendo DS, and they will 100% be played on Cartridge Club Portable. So if you want to join in and play along and go to cartridgeclub.org and go on the forums and talk about your experiences, which I highly encourage, you can talk about Tetris DS in July. That's actually the game that's coming up after Donkey Kong. Now, this is supposedly the definitive Tetris game out there. Is it? I'll find out. I've never actually played it, but I see it's kind of been Nintendo-fied. But it's supposedly got a bunch of different modes, and it's on the DS, so you got the touchscreen stuff. I don't know what that means. I will find out in July when I play it. Cartridge Club Portable. And then the next one will be played in August. Right after Tetris DS, we're going to be playing Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. Now, I'm very excited about this. I've never played this one either, and it is, to my knowledge, I believe the only Grand Theft Auto game that was ever released on a Nintendo console. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong about that. But either way, I'm very excited. I've never actually even played a Grand Theft Auto game, so this is going to be my first one. Will I like it? Will I hate it? I don't think that this is like the other Grand Theft Auto games in the open world aspect. I think this is something a little bit more akin to, I don't know, a story-driven, like, I don't know. I honestly don't know how to describe it because I've never played it. But I will find out in August, and you should play along too, Cartridge Club Portable. Now, to the big two things. Nintendo Power, let's start with that. So, I managed to stumble across more Nintendo Power. I didn't stumble across. I went to Frankensons, and Super Video Game Brothers have a booth there. Super Video Game Brothers are one of the founders of the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo, and they had a whole bunch of Nintendo Powers at the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo this year. As you may remember, I got a bunch of them. Well, they still had, from that same collection, a bunch of those, so I picked up a whole bunch more. And these first few are actually just upgrades. So, issues that I realized I was missing something from, or maybe they were a little too damaged. In any case, issues I was going to have to rebuy eventually. And they are in order from lowest to highest. So issue 31 with Metroid 2 on the cover, I believe. The Game Boy one. Yes. And this one, I remember my spine is missing off the one that I have. So this was, I literally just needed a better spine. Put that down there. This one is 119 with Beetle Adventure Racing. And again, these are all complete. Whatever was missing inside, I have it now. I don't know for each specific one. There's a lot of stuff, especially in these like N64 GameCube era ones. They added in a lot of stuff. 146, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the cover. 157 with Lost Kingdoms. And now, those were just the upgrades. So these next few are actually new ones that I am adding to the collection. Starting with 167 with Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire on it. Is it, yeah, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. And then 168 with Golden Sun, The Lost Age on it. I don't know, never played Golden Sun Lost Age. However, it is a Game Boy Advance game, I believe, so could totally play that for Cartridge Club Portable. As you can tell, I am throwing in as many plugs for Cartridge Club Portable as I possibly can. Issue 170 with F-Zero GX, which was the GameCube one? Yes. That 176 with The Sims busting out on the cover. And finally, issue 191 with the future of handheld games, the Nintendo DS. How fitting that this is the final Nintendo power I need in the episode of Booty Bonanza where I keep unplugging Cartridge Club Portable. And finally, Super Nintendo. Oh, by the way, I have like 30, maybe 31, 32 issues of Nintendo Power left to get before I have an entire set. Very excited about that. But Super Nintendo. Last time, we got to the final 100. So everything from here on out is the final 100 games that I need. So let's start with a sports game. FIFA International Soccer. That's number 100. Number 99, International Tennis Tour. Another sports game. Taito International Tennis Tour. What was that? 99, 98. I'm doing this to make it easier for myself if I edit in annotations or whatever. Pebble Beach Golf Links, True Golf, whatever. 98, 97. Pro Quarterback. One more sports game. 96. Oh, I'm going to lose track. Mark Davis is the Fishing Master. Fishing. I got to play some of these fishing games. I think these are hilarious. 95. Dungeons and Dragons Eye of the Beholder. This is a Capcom game. Is this any good? Have you guys played this? Dungeons and Dragons Eye of the Beholder? I don't know. 94. Can't believe I didn't have this one. I actually know I've passed on this a million times because I couldn't find a good label, and this is the best label I've ever seen of this game. Primal Rage. Primal Rage. I can't, lost track already. Pit Fighter is the next one. This is supposed to be a terrible game. Terrible, terrible game. And this is supposed to be a great game. Tetris Attack. Tetris Attack. Which I guess is nothing like Tetris or something. Like everybody says it's misrepresented. This is a cool one. Dungeon Master. And why is it cool? I like that the title's not actually on the front of the label. It's just on the top. So you just get a picture. And it's a cool picture. This guy with a sword fighting some sort of dragon. There's a woman holding a candelabra. A candelabra? Candelabra? Oh, forgot to show this one. Miss Pac-Man. I got this with the manual and the game inside. So that's good. Miss Pac-Man. Cyberspin. Another one that it was hard to find a good label, so I waited. And it paid off. Obidus. 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 Outlander. This is cool. I think this was like kind of like a Mad Maxy type game. At least it looks like it, right? It looks like Mad Max or something. Mad Max X. Fighters History. Fighters History. Fantastic Data East game. I don't know. I've never actually played it. And finally, the creme de la creme. It's not much of a creme de la creme, but it's a game that I had been looking for forever. I've never seen this. This was the first time I've ever seen it in my life. It was plaguing me. Vintage Video Game Geek kept making fun of me because he owned a copy and I didn't. He would rub it in my face. Well, guess what, Vintage? Ha! Now I got it. Time Cop. Yeah! Time Cop on the Super Nintendo. Oh my gosh. Are any of these subset complete? Yes! This one. It's the last FIFA game I needed. Subset complete. And I think that was actually the only one. Holy crap, can you believe it? Only one subset complete out of all that. I believe I'm down to 84 games, something like that, left for the Super Nintendo. Getting down there. We're in the double digits now. 84 games, maybe, left to go. Will I accomplish this by the end of the year? What is it, May now? We'll find out. Stay tuned, true believers. And until next time, boyfriend out.